the Fortune 500 like Microsoft and Apple. He is a philanthropist who donates many times and talent. He was the former chairperson, president of the Green Run Collegiate Foundation for 3 years, and a volunteer mentor to the Kempsville Entrepreneur and Business Academy for 3 years, and a very active supporter of the Filipino and American organization for years. As a proud Bicolano who understands the power in language, culture, and identity, he joined us today to share reflection on what it means to preserve who we are, especially while living from another land. Please join me in welcoming Ben Equitans Jr.
Good evening, everyone. It's really good to be here tonight. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for trusting me to speak. At a moment that matters to this organization, especially as you induct your officers and as you celebrate 50 years of this organization. When I look around this room, I don't see officers or members of a club. I see families. I see people that carry Pampanga with them, even while living far from it. And for people like us, culture does not stay alive by default. When you live abroad, culture fades quietly. Not because you reject it, but because life gets busy. English becomes easier, kids grow up, traditions become occasional instead of regular. That's why organizations like this exist. Cultural preservation, especially for Kapampangans living outside the Philippines, requires intention. Tonight, I want to share 4 things we choose to keep, not only to preserve who we are, but to strengthen the value we bring to the communities we live in across the United States, and to help the next generation of Kapampangan families to remain grounded, capable, and competitive. First, we preserve language because it shapes who we are, who we relate, and who we live. Many of us grew up hearing Kapampangan at home, but replying in English. Some of us understood it perfectly, but felt shy speaking it. Some of us lost it along the way, and some are trying to relearn it now. That experience is very familiar in immigrant families. I feel this personally. Even though I am not Kapampangan, I am a Bicolano. And whenever I hear Bicol spoken, it feels like home. Immediately. The tone, the rhythm, the way things are said, it brings you back to people, not just a place. Language is more than communication. Kapampangan carries humor, lambing, respect, and discipline in ways English never fully captures. When a language fades, we don't just lose vocabulary, we lose intimacy, nuance, and a certain closeness with the people who missed us, who raised us. Preserving Kapampangans does not mean speaking it perfectly. It means choosing to keep it present in our homes, in gatherings, with our children, even imperfectly. That presence builds confidence and cultural fluency. The presence builds qualities that help our children navigate diverse environments without losing themselves. Second, we preserve food because it's a culture we live every day. For Kapampangans, food is never just food. Food is memory. Food is pride. Food is identity. Many of us may not speak Kapampango fluently anymore, but we know that certain dishes mean. We know which ones feel like home. We know which recipes came from our parents, our grandparents, and were never written down. When we cook Kapampangan food, we are recreating moments. We are teaching without lecturing. We are showing the next generation that culture is not something you perform. It is something you live. Food becomes cultural preservation when it is shared intentionally. When we cook together, tell the story behind the dish, and explain why it matters. In doing so, we pass on creativity, hospitality, and pride. Qualities that enrich not only our families, but the wider communities we belong to. Third, we preserve continuity because culture needs structure to endure. Culture does not survive on passion alone. It needs structure. It needs people willing to show up consistently, plan ahead, and think beyond one event or one term. That is why leadership continuity matters so much in organizations like this. Every transition is a choice to weaken what came before or to strengthen it. As new officers and inducted today, this is important to remember. Your role is not just to put personal stamp on everything. Your role is to protect the mission, honor what was built before you, and pass it forward. This kind of continuity models responsibility, stewardship, and long-term thinking. Skills our children will need to thrive in competitive environments while staying rooted who they are. Fourth, we preserve roots because our children need anchors. Many of us came to the U.S. or were raised here for opportunity. We wanted our children to succeed, to have choices, to move forward. But opportunity without identity can feel hollow. Roots give our children something solid to stand on. Language, food, traditions, and community remind them that they come from somewhere meaningful. For Kapampangans growing up abroad, cultural preservations tell them you belong to something older than you, something rich, something worth carrying forward. The grounding builds confidence, resilience, and leadership. Qualities that help our children not only succeed, but thrive. At the end of the day, this is simple. We are not doing this to be impressive. We are doing this because we don't want to forget who we are. We don't want Kapampangan to become something we only explain instead of something we live. We don't want our food to just be something we miss. And we don't want our children to grow up knowing they are Filipino, but not really knowing what that means for them. This organization matters because it gives us a place to keep choosing our culture again and again. To the new officers, thank you for saying yes to that responsibility. It is quite work. It is a steady work, but it matters. As long as we keep speaking it, cooking it, gathering around it, and passing it on, Kapampangan does not disappear. It stays with us wherever we are. Congratulations to the new officers of Pampango Language Club of Virginia and for celebrating your 50 years as an organization. Thank you and God bless us all.
Thank you to our guest speaker for those insightful words, actually insightful and inspiring words. As we carry that message with us, we now proceed to one of the most significant moments of our program, the induction of officers. May I invite each officer to come forward